continue to suffer. Because they were not able to listen to a surgery for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, we are suffering and seeing it today. But we are telling them that with the help of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, with the stand of the youth of Africa, that when you touch Captain Ibrahim Traoré, you touch the youth of Africa. When you touch Captain Ibrahim Traoré, you touch the soil of Africa. We are not sleeping this time. I was so much disappointed when I see Donald Trump speaking to Ramaphosa, the president of South Africa. He's speaking to the president as his own biological son. And I said, how dare you, Donald Trump, to speak to an African leader? When you come to the land of Africa, you pick the natural resource of our land. Before we arrive, we come there to come and suffer in your own land. Because our African leaders were not able to take a decision on their own. When the man was sitting down, I was crying on my eye. Donald Trump is not older than Ramaphosa. That 50, 72, 78. The rent is only what? 6 years. So can you speak to your own colleague president as your own political son? No. Because we keep on having puppets in the land of Africa as leaders. So that our leaders were not able to take a stand. If you cannot take the stand, Captain have come out that I will take the stand that you were not able to do. So just give me your support and we are going to have the freedom of the continent. There is nothing that we need from them. We have the gold, we have the diamond, we have the oil, we have the uranium. Our youth are still dying on the Mediterranean Sea because of white-collar job. Our youth are still dying on the desert because they want to go and work in another man's land. It's true. Enough is enough. For the land of Africa, enough is enough. We must unite!
Without wasting my time, we have so many speakers today. We have protocol here we want to observe. We would like to call on AAPRP. Are they? AAPRP, the representative. AAPRP. Yeah. Honorable Ade, yes. We need your presence here. Please, let's create space for the speakers. If we have any medical professional here, so we need your assistance. Please advance. We need your assistance. Yeah, so please introduce yourself. Joboy! Hey! Joboy! Hey! Africa, say yay! Yay! Joboy! Hey! So my name is D. I'm representing the All African People's Revolutionary Party. This is Kwame Nkrumah's own party. It is the party that we need in our current political dynamics. Alright? It's a party that we need in our current dynamics. If you see in front of my shirt, I have Jeunesse Liberation Africaine. I was in Burkina Faso 2 years ago on a day like this, the 25th of May. To organize with the Burkina Faso people on the Day of African Freedom and Emancipation. So we have been on the ground and we know what is going on, and we say that this is Africa's type. And so the AAPRP, which is a mass-based political organization, anti-imperialist, anti-capitalist, all right, is here. Is here to lend support to Ibrahim Traoré and the Sahel states. All right, where we are now, it is time for Africa to take back its resources, because Nkrumah says that Africa can no longer trust in anybody than itself and its resources. All right, so the gold, the diamond, and all of those resources that are due to us must come to us. We must own it, we must control it as a people. All right, we only get 3% in gold reserves in Ghana here. The oil is only 13%. The 87% is going to those big corporations outside. This is what Traoré is trying to avoid. And America, France says they don't want to accept that. But but it's a lie because we are here to support Traoré in full support. There is a research that France, without its West African economies, will be less than a third world country. And yes, so we say, long live African freedom and emancipation. Forward to socialism. Thank you. Cho boy!
Hey!
Cho boy!
Hey!
Cho boy!
Hey!
Cho boy!
Hey!
When Thomas Sankara started the revolution, he started with a message which the imperialists hated so much. The message was in French. So he always goes like, Les impérialistes. Then, okay, my people are here, so just follow them for me. Les impérialistes.
Abbas!
Les impérialistes.
Abbas!
Les impérialistes.
Abbas!
La révolution. So when Thomas Sankara said, Les impérialistes, it means the imperialists. Then the people always respond, I'm back. So it means that the imperialists should go down. And he would shout and said, the revolution, which is la révolution, then the people would shout, en haut, which means that the revolution should go up. The imperialists should go down. So, les impérialistes,
Abbas!
les impérialistes,
Abbas!
la révolution, la révolution.
Aho!
So, he always ends his speech with la patrie ou la mort. And then the people will respond, nous vaincrons. It means that homeland of the we will conquer. So if I say la patrie ou la mort, you shout, nous vaincrons. La patrie ou la mort?
Nous vaincrons.
La patrie ou la mort?
Nous vaincrons.
Yeah, so this is the message that imperialists hated so much to the level where they have to take the man down. And today, it is not a surprising thing that this message is alive today in the mind of everybody and on the lips of everybody. Which means that if you take one man down, you are going to have 1,000 people rising up speaking the same message. The message that they stopped, the message because of which Gaddafi was murdered through the CIA, Obama, United States, with collaboration with African Union and co. This message is alive today, telling them that Africa is for Africans. The resources of Africa is for Africans. It does not belong to the United States. It does not belong to France. It belongs to Africa. And our leaders, since they have become so afraid of dying for the people, Ibrahim Traoré now put his life in the line, standing for his people. And we are ready to stand by Ibrahim Traoré. We are ready to stand by the revolution. We are standing by the revolution. And let me put this on record. Let me put this on record. What is happening in Burkina Faso to all media houses, together with the traditional media house, the Western imperial media houses, we are saying that what is happening in Burkina Faso is not coup d'etat, it's revolution. What is happening in Burkina Faso is not coup d'etat, it's liberation. It's leadership for the people and by the people. What African Union failed to do for the past so many years, one man, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, was able to do that by uniting Africa without calling meeting with anybody. We never had any conference. We never met in any conference room, but all of us, we are here today. Last time we did a protest, 28? 30 years, right? Yes. Nobody, Captain Ibrahim Traoré did not call for that protest, but we saw BBC posting it and putting it in their article. Ibrahim Traoré systematically organized that protest, which is a lie. We are telling them that it is the time, the season, the movement that called for the protest. At the same time, it is the time, the season, and the movement which is putting on this gathering. Sure. This gathering you are seeing here, as somebody says, it's not a contract. Nobody contracted us. We came on our own because we understand what is happening in the Sahel. What is happening in the Sahel is the rebirth of Africa. And African youth, we cannot allow it to go down. Because at the end of the day, if the revolution in the Sahel go down, Africa will never rise again. They will make sure that the place is completely destroyed, like what is happening in Congo. If ECOWAS and African Union, they have something to do when it comes to liberation of Africa, they should not channel their energy towards, Ibrahim Traoré, the Sahel. They should channel their energy towards Sudan.
They should the energy towards Togo. They should channel the energy towards Congo. That is where the people need true liberation. The Burkinabe people, the Sahel people, they are already awakened. So African Union and Africa ECOWAS, do your homework because the youth are not with you. Respect.
May I invite Comrade Kuruma, Sekun Kuruma, please, we need your presence. Black Coffee, please stand by. Immediately after him, you come next.
Guys, as you can see, the son of never.
It seems that everywhere I go, no matter where I'm at, when there's a gathering with revolution and freedom and liberation, somehow I'm called. And I always answer. And the reason I answer is because of our ancestors and our people, the masses of the people. Whenever they call, if you're a revolutionary, you have to answer. If you're a revolutionary, you have to answer. And Ibrahim Traoré is calling us now. The people of Burkina Faso is calling us now. I had the privilege to be in Burkina Faso in 1986, and I met Thomas Sankara. And I was there and I felt the energy of what a revolution actually is. It is not necessarily about picking up guns. It's about training yourselves politically, educationally, so that you can understand who the enemy is. And our enemy is U.S. imperialism. Our enemy is neo-colonialism and French imperialism. Our enemy is British neo-colonialism. And we must constantly organize ourselves. Kwame Nkrumah said, organization decides everything. If you're not organized, you can't decide anything. So I tell you, I beg you, get in some organization so that you can unite with the rest of the organizations here in Ghana so that we can get rid of neo-colonialism in our country. Organize yourself on a continental level, on a regional level, to get rid of neo-colonialism inside of West Africa. Reduplicate or duplicate what we see in Burkina Faso right now. We want Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger to come together and form a socialist government. We cannot be afraid of socialism. We cannot shrink when we ask for socialism, because what socialism does, it tells us that all the resources in our country belongs to everybody. Our Constitution tells us that the president has trust, that the resources are in trust of one man. We want that changed in our 1992 Constitution. That's something that we can do right now. When are we going to do it? Now. When are we going to do it?
Now.
When are we going to do it?
Now.
Change the Constitution so that the resources belong to everybody. And if you do that, you have made a step towards humanity, you've made a step towards the liberation of our country, and you've made a step to the total freedom and unification of Africa under our African Union Socialist government. Thank you very much. And freedom! Freedom!
Freedom!
Freedom!
Freedom!
Freedom!
Freedom!
We're at the black stop. Look for the stop. That's your guidance. Thank you.
Hey!
Black Coffee, advance.
Guys, as you can see, much love.
The next to speak is
Much
my
love.
circle.
Much
Comrade
love.
Joe boy.
Kasa memem.
Nti yakabro for na check. Asem no nti ase simple. Yet is so a comedy. You be can say you are sample.
Sitting on money, but we are hungry.
Omuti na ye bra sample ben. Traoré adenti na ya story a yes Ghana for no ye di Burkina president echi. your conscience, your tears, in Africans. And I won't at the part all year. And I sorry, and then Yammy Passa Mecan say, a doom baby, I'm better tea and send qua. Yeah, better tea, I know. You do my eye and Yanu to not on my better tea, yang. Nasa, who need to walk or be the 2 shots over to me. And everybody say, and they have to have been gone for you. And your conditioning. If you don't say, yeah, you're from the pet. Not a moment in your home for swap. And no thing I ain't I ever to see a movement bread to coin. And no thing on baby, so you're sorry, yeah, shanty for. If you say, yeah, you didn't say fancy for, I prefer and cry for. You're sorry, yeah, your home. And see, yeah, kabum. And a start conditioning and our for a day to your dream, LCS. It's conditioning and say, obey a penny. Nasa, obey sorry, Tiabro for now, overcall. Obey a penny. Nasa, oh, sorry, Tiabro for you, man, I bet you if you want. Obey a penny. Now, I just say, oh, but yeah, I brought from I feel and say, no, yeah, overcall, conditioning. And yeah, sorry, Emma Traoré. Episode Biara who says, if you mind your penny for the I'm sorry, I am moving your fire time with you. Some penny for no, most sorry, some of Kwamaya, young, so you have a Kwamamo. That's a monster, young Kwamaya, young Kumamo. And that, sorry, and only a pa. I say, you're cooking your penny for the baby. You come every day to me, sorry, I'm mom. And then you have a yapa. Yes, sorry, no, your mamma hammer. I go for the new one with your mapon. And tell me that you're a free set. I'm sorry, I'm my. And the young Kayomo. No penny, sorry, my, I bet Kayomo. And the young, I went through my circle. You're catching Babuna Morgana. Say, yes, sorry, my penny for Mukumaya. You will say penny for Mukumaya. Yes, you're better, Yamamu. And then you're sorry, Momo. You're catching Mahama. Sorry, my ever sorry, man. Sorry, my 4 years no enter a beba. Enter a beba. I have been so many Yaku for the Yabayano. So I sorry, my Yabayano said Yaku for no. You can't tell my penny for you now. Some sorry, my young Babuna, ever sorry, Mamu. Some Kaya, young Yabaka, Kuma, not Tafina, Omu, Omumba, Aka, Kuma. The Kuma Tafo in now. Now, so Omumba, Omuna, Kai Kuma. It's a yesterday, I catch your baby out of her. Say, yeah, I'm a year mine. No more, yeah, I'm a penny for. Say, Sister Baba, every minute. Say, Sister Baba, every minute, I shall say, and then it's a yesterday, I come to your dream. Say, BBC, I never saw Yama. Make us to say, yeah, be young, your contact. Your Freya, young fa. Now, young come bomb, the engagement money bomb, Yawa, I adore. Just tell her, or the neighbor less than no my own energy or my seal. O two, I buy few. I'm organizing cool 1966. I'm on Dawson Chain. It is a Yakaba, I bet by the Dama May Akoso. Yakan me Chatono, on my way, in Brana, near 1992 Constitution, no, and no authority just a young on my injuba. Me guess this is a 1992 Constitution because privatization is a pronounced role of governance. And no, yet I want to say, I buy no for my phone home, I found Crocker for home. And see, I guess on my, I was there to say, I'm run my bay on my come on my phone. And to make a Jobia, sending out about to Elbotina. Oh, sorry, I buy no Mrano. I'm sorry, Emma on my phone. Sign a sorry, ma on my way. Yes, sorry, Constitution, I put on my brand, at my eye, which I yeah. Yeah, cast so let me trust you. To know oil, to your gold call, oil call. Newmont, to your gold call. Your diamond, a call, gold, to your gold, a call. Christian, a gold, Nina, you took up. Yeah, try a yellow Burkina, no. Yeah, you have Ghana. Yeah, sending message. I'm a Mahama. I'm sorry, no, I just gold, no.